Good morning, ma'am. How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good, Miss Onuoha.
So, can you please present yourself?
My name is Mrs. Hortance Terry.
Mm-hmm. And what is the name of your company and what do you do in your company?
My company is called Glory Devine LLC.
Mm-hmm.
My company was first created in Oakland, in the San Francisco Bay Area in California,
Mm-hmm.
in 1997.
Oh, that's a long
Mhm.
time.
And then I moved to Louisiana and moved my company in Louisiana in 2005. The
Okay.
company was registered with the Secretary of State of Louisiana in July. I guess it was July 28th of 2005.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. So, what do you actually do in your company?
I'm what you call a procurer.
What is that?
Most people don't know what that is. A
Yeah.
procurer is someone who most of the time provide goods for whoever ask for those goods. And I'm what you call a government contractor. I
Mm-hmm.
contract with the government to provide some goods to the government, goods and as well as the services.
Okay.
And my company don't only provide those goods, but also I went as far as getting a license as a licensed contractor
Mm-hmm.
in the construction area.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever the government need a roof to be replaced in a school,
Yeah.
whenever the government needs linen services to be done in a hospital.
Yeah.
So I do a little bit of everything, but for the government. I get paid by the government once services are provided.
That's pretty amazing. So, if you have to hire somebody today, what can be a job description for?
Most of the time, I don't hire an employees. I
Mm-hmm.
hire subcontractors. And subcontractors are people that most of the time I look into the type of contract that I have to fulfill at the moment. If the contract is for a long time, I did what they call rehabilitation of urban areas
Mm-hmm.
in Baton Rouge, and so I went in and remodeled homes of people living in the ghetto, in the slums of the inner city.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I was looking at who is the other subcontractors that I can use. If I need, let's say, an electrician,
Yeah.
I put an ad in the newspaper and I hire an electrician, a licensed electrician, because I'm not allowed to do
Yeah.
those type of services. I can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm what you call a home improvement contractor. That's the license that I have. And so the electrician will come in and I will get from the city a job description of what they want me to do. And I
Mm-hmm.
will go out and hire somebody
And
who
they
can
can do that.
fulfill those requirements as well as do that work. And so, let's say the remodeling of a house, I will need sometimes a new roof. I
Mm-hmm.
will go out and hire a roofer.
Yeah.
I will go out and hire an electrician for electric work, a licensed electrician. I will go out and hire a licensed plumber
Mm-hmm.
to do the plumbing work. Sheetrock guy. I will hire everything that I need done. I will hire those people, and all these people will be under my supervision because also the city gave me a requirement of doing this work in a certain set amount of time.
Yeah.
If it's 30 days, I have to make sure that all the work is done and finished in 30 days. If I need an extension, I will ask maybe 15 days or more
Yeah.
to finish up because sometimes, things as roofing, you cannot put a roof on the house on a rainy day.
That's true.
So if that period of time is raining, I have to wait till the
It
rain
gets
stops.
dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
till everything is dry, then I can put somebody on the roof. Because remember, in my job, I'm required to hold a workers' compensation insurance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm required to hold a general liability insurance. I'm required to hold a commercial vehicle insurance.
Yeah.
So putting somebody on the roof, knowing that the condition and the weather is not good,
Yes.
definitely there will be some accidents. Definitely my insurance will go up because I will have to pay for whatever happened, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
So
So, when you're hiring these people, do you need any kind of experience before taking them, or you?
of course, of course. I cannot hire an electrician who's not licensed. The person needs to be a licensed electrician before I can hire them. Meaning what? Meaning they went to school, they study electricity,
Mm-hmm.
they have their degree, and then they went through the board of contractors and applied for a license as an electrician.
Mm-hmm.
So most of the time I look into if the building I'm working on is a commercial building, I definitely need a commercial license
Yeah.
from the electrician. So that's the requirement I'm looking at. And also I'm looking at people's behavior during the interview.
Yeah.
And sometimes we just go by the vibe.
Yeah.
You know, you
Understand.
interviewing somebody who smell like smoke, he been smoking all day, who smells like he been drinking all day, then you know if I hire this person, something will happen on the job.
Yes.
He can come to the job drunk and fall, and next thing I know,
You're
I'm in
paying for it.
trouble, you know.
Yes.
Or he can go in and damage somebody's property
Mm-hmm.
because he wasn't in the right frame of mind.
Yes.
So these things are very, very important.
Definitely. Also, I wanted to know, like, during your hiring, do you take somebody that has experience with working with the city, or somebody that has experience working for private people who have their homes? Which one do you take?
I most of the time I go by the experience. Experience speaks on its own.
Mm-hmm.
You know, someone who worked for a commercial building,
Yeah.
definitely he will cost me more money than someone who always worked on homes. You
Yeah.
know, a residential contractor will cost a little less than a commercial contractor.
Mm-hmm.
Commercial, you know, they work for bigger buildings, bigger contracts, and more money, while a residential won't be taking that much. So I'm looking at how can I save money, but at the same
The
time get
experience.
the experience from the person and get the best of the workmanship that anybody can receive. And that's what I'm looking at. I'm sorry if I sound a little bit discriminatory here, but sometimes it's important, you know, because I have a set budget. I don't want to be charging to the government. Most of my jobs are paid by the state government. So I can't go in to a bidding process where I put in a bid at a certain price, and here am I paying somebody more than the bid actually is. So the person will end up taking all my
All the
money,
money.
won't
Yes.
have no profit off of that job. But you know, I still have to make a living,
Yes.
like everybody. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I have to make a living. I have to pay on my insurances, and those are very expensive. Workers' compensation insurance is very expensive, as well as a general liability. And so I'm trying to make a living myself. So
Okay.
I won't be spending that much.
Have you ever had to fire somebody?
I fire people all the time. I fire people all the time because if I have to turn in the job in a certain set amount of time
Yes.
and the person don't show up to work the day he's supposed to show up, I have to go ahead and hire somebody else. And then whenever he shows up, I tell him, hey, you fired. I already have somebody else. Sometimes you have situations where the person starts the job just because he wanted to get that contract. He comes in the first day, starts to fool you, make you feel like, oh, hey, okay, I started this job, I'm on the job, and he goes and do somebody else's work for 2 3 days, don't show up anymore, and come back and show up one day for a few hours and disappear again. That type of person, definitely, you know, this job won't be done on time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes you have to go ahead and hire someone else to finish the job and tell them, hey, we had a contract, this is what the contract stipulates, and you didn't do it, I had to hire somebody else.
You're really talking with experience. It's like you've had to fire a lot of people because of that kind of behavior.
I have to because if I don't do my work, I will be fired myself. My company won't be making the contracts that we're making. My company won't be getting what we're getting. And first of all, I want to say this. My work is not easy because I have to go through a bidding system.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a state vendor. So I have to bid on every single job that is out there. I use my experience to try to price those jobs accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
And so when I win the contract, I only have a certain set amount of time and a certain set amount of money to fulfill the contract. And so here you have somebody who showed up this week, will show up again 2 weeks down the road. Definitely, I won't be done with that job in 30 days. So I
Yeah.
need to wake up and find out, okay, now this person, I love his work, but I need to be realistic here.
Mm-hmm.
I need to let him go to get somebody who can fulfill this job faster and in a better way than the other guy.
Okay. So my last question, Miss Terry, is going to be: do you love your job?
Oh, I love my job.
Why?
I love my job because I won't say that it's not stressful. It is stressful when you have to fulfill a contract in 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have, for example, a contract I had to fulfill in Grambling State University.
Yeah.
Okay, I had 1,200 dorms apartments to paint in a very short amount of time. So those are things that definitely will stress you out. You have the people on the other end expecting the job to be done, finished in a certain amount of time. You have workers on this end stressing you up every day. It is stressful, but it's just for a very short amount of time.
Yes.
Meaning, I can get that money and take a whole year vacation. It's good money, it's paid well. I can spend a few months without working.
Mm-hmm.
So I only work whenever I have a contract, whenever I win a bid, I
Yeah.
get the job and I do the job. So I don't win all the time. Sometimes in life it's not all about winning. You win sometimes, you also lose sometimes.
Of
And
course.
those days where you lose, and if you start losing one, two, three, four, five, it becomes very stressful. Your life savings are dwindling very fast, and you're thinking in terms of, hey, I need to get a job quick. I need to get this job because truly, hey, I still have a household. I still have to feed my family, and I need this money. So I
Yes.
need to find a job. So those are jobless times are there, but also whenever I get a job, it's quite rewarding because I can work just once for the whole year. While
Yeah.
most people have a 9 to 5, they go to work every single day for a whole year and still don't make a third of what I make on a single job.
Yeah.
So I enjoy my job. I really love my job. I really do. And I will add that it's not always about what you study in school. That is important because you can study and do a whole lot of things in school, but sometimes that's not where you find a job. You find a job in something else that you really enjoy in your life. I went to school and I have two master's degree, and one of my master's degree is in healthcare administration.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't work in a hospital. I don't work in no healthcare facility.
Yes.
I do something completely different, but I enjoy it and I love it. And I think I really found my niche. I love it.
Thank you so much, Miss Terry, for your time today. I really appreciate